Hey guys, I was done. Totally done. Finished editing everything. I was ready to post this video and then something amazing happened. At the end of this video, you're going to see an incredible reveal that may make its way into all Android smartwatches of the future with cameras. If you want to see it now, jump ahead to about 17 minutes. Otherwise, enjoy the review. Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Tics. We're a YouTube channel dedicated to smartwatches. We're on the web at smartwatchtics.com. How many of you guys out there really like the idea of the Thor 4 Dual? You know, the one with a front-facing camera and a side camera that you can switch between, that you could wear on your arm and use as a standalone Android smartwatch phone. All right, everybody's hands up. I see that. Me too. But you know what would be really cool? If you could get the Thor 4 Dual in a larger screened watch like the Thor 4 Pro. Yeah, it's got a little flat tire down at the bottom, but it's edge-to-edge screen and it's larger, quite a bit larger than the Thor 4 Dual. What if we could rub them together and come up with something that's both of these watches? Well, it has happened, and boy, do I have a backstory for you. Let me show you what's in this box. When we open up this nondescript, plain black box, unlabeled, we find packaged inside something really new. So new, it's not on the market yet. And so new that it took an American working over in Shenzhen, China, to walk into a watch store where they make these things and say, "Can you whip up one of these watches?" They said, "You have money?" He said, "I do." And here it is. Wow. I'm going to turn it on in a minute, but let's see what else is in the box. Oh, goodness. It's packaged in here tight. Okay, we have a bit of a user's manual, version 1.0-1, and we have a charging cable, which is your typical 4-pin standard magnetic coupling charging cable. Just pops right on there. Pretty strong. It's a bit of a heavy watch, so holding it by the magnet's a little tough, but it'll definitely slap on there and be easy to charge. The user's manual with this one. You want to know about the watch first? All right, you guys, you're so bad. It's called the Janus. It's the Janus Dual 4G. Now, that's a really special name because as you're going to see when we turn it on, its nondescript name is Smartwatch. Yes, this was custom ordered by an American named Jason who made himself up a fun little business so he could offer some of these. Did you notice where it's coming from? You don't see any of the company titles up here. It's on eBay. This is an eBay listing, gang. In the show notes, I'm going to have a link for you to go over and pick this puppy up. $150 flat, $5 shipping to the USA. You could definitely get into this watch. It's really awesome. Okay, what's it got inside of it? Well, here you go. 32 gigabytes of ROM, yeah, and I think he said 3 gigabytes of RAM. The 32. Wow, it's fully loaded with all of the complement of ROM and RAM. It's got all of the stuff, the Android 7.1.1, it's got that always time display. It's a 1.6-inch screen in here like the Thor 4 Dual. Okay, 4G, there you go. Yeah, 3 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes. It's only available in black because he just ordered a bunch of these, all the same. You can use WhatsApp, you can download the Play Store. I checked it out. It's full complement like all the other Android 7.1.1 watches we've got. You can tether it as a Wi-Fi hotspot through your phone if you want fast throughput. You can do Wi-Fi calling with an app. It doesn't have the Wi-Fi calling built into it, as true with all 7.1.1 Android watches. A nice 600 milliamp hour battery. And look at this. He says, I special ordered this watch because I hated how small the Thor 4 Dual was. This is the perfect size. Not too big, not too small. The front strap is leather and the back is rubber. See the pics? Well, we'll see the actual thing. He's the only person selling this watch. That's right. He went in and got this thing custom made. So this is where you're going to get it, through eBay, through the link that you're going to see in the show notes. Okay? Why is it called Janus? Well, I asked him. He said, from the Greek god. Yeah, with two faces. And when you look up Wikipedia, you find out a few more things too. This Roman religious god Janus was the god of beginnings, gates, transitions, and time, as well as duality, doorways, passages, and endings. So appropriately named the Janus, you'll see its actually default name is just Smartwatch, but we're giving it the Janus Dual 4G designation, coming to us straight from Shenzhen, China, via eBay. Okay, I'll move on. I know, I'm just too excited about this. We've got a generic little manual that comes with the watch. Tells you about unpacking it, long pressing it, turning it on. You got your standard complement of buttons. You got the place for the SIM card, 4G, full-on watch. It's the nano SIM size, information about that. You get the download opportunity for the Y-Watch 2, which is what you're going to need to do for tethering, just like all the other ones we've reviewed. And we've got a full review of that app itself up there, so I'm not going to go into detail on that. Here it talks a little bit about connecting and getting into there. That's where you can transfer some of the watch faces over. You also can put in custom watch faces, many different ways that we've talked about before. The mobile phone assistant, this is where you set up to tether the QR code to get you connected up to your phone for the watch. And then, of course, your master buttons in the menu that you can shut down and clear out memory and do all of those things. So it's a really simple, basic manual that goes with it. Let's turn it on. I think it may already be on. Is it on? Which button? There we go. Okay. It's booting up with the generic balloon logo. We've seen that on a lot of them. And as you can tell, it's really, really bright. This is in full edge-to-edge screen with a small little flat tire at the bottom. If that's a showstopper for you, well, then there you go. But in my use of this large watch, I hardly ever notice it. Now that it's opposed with a front-facing camera, it's really sweet, easy to just work with this watch. Wow, that is way too bright. Let's get in here and turn it like way, way down. It's almost still too bright. I mentioned when I've reviewed this watch about how it's so edge to edge and the bezel of the glass that some of it looks like it even is beyond the edge of the screen. And it's the same true story with this watch because, folks, where'd it go? This is literally the same watch as this one. It's exactly the same size, screen, and everything. It's just that the body's been changed to give you a camera over here that's in like a rectangular square, and of course the front-facing camera with a different body. Yeah. When we get in here, let's go this way first. You've got all of the typical things you've got there, and you've got here where you can turn everything on. I'll put location services on, turn back my Wi-Fi on. I usually have that on. I already set it up and got it connected. You've got the place where you can clean everything up. You got a music player. When you sync it, you can get your weather in there. Those are all your widgets. Seen all that? Left is notifications. Up gives you your step count summary, your steps, distance, and calories burned on a daily basis. When you go to the right, you get your app drawer. We'll look at those. When you go one more, you get into all of your fitness section. Okay, and there's also a fitness app that goes with it. This is all stock, all standard, and I want to show you quickly that when we get go, you dump into the fitness workout area, and it's getting its distance calculations from the internal step count, not from the GPS. When you swipe over here, you hit finish. You all know from seeing my other videos that that's an indicator that it's got the original app in it for the fitness, not the upgraded app that ties with GPS. However, word is that that new upgraded app is coming and should be installable on all these different Android 711 watches. We'll see when that happens. If you're really into fitness, you're definitely going to want to upgrade that. So we come over to the app drawer. You've got contacts, phone, and messaging, which will tie into the SIM card you put in the back here. Okay, you've got your overall settings, which we'll get into. The browser, downloads, calendar. Your clock is for alarm clocks. The camera we're going to come look at. The gallery, music, sound recorder. All these look and work the same as we've seen on all the other watches, right? Google Maps is here, Assistant for when you're tethering, and the basic app store that has your typical social media things like Facebook and Twitter and whatnot in there. Now, back to settings. A couple of things to point out there. Here we go. First of all, when we drop into settings, you got your standard sound display. We like to look in here because sometimes you see the always time display option, which is not on the 1.6-inch watches yet. It's really just for the 1.39-inch 400 by 400 AMOLED screens, but you do have that beautiful edge-to-edge screen here, but no always time display on this watch. And let's see also when we go through everything, which is standard, and get down to the About watch, we can check out that because this thing is special and just made, custom made, it didn't really have a model number. It's just called Smartwatch. Hence, it's been named by Jason as Janus. So that's where the name has come from so far. We may see this on the market under a branded name and model number. I mean, it's really a sophisticated watch. But for now, it is not out there. It is only available through KronosBlade, which is Jason's company, on eBay. I'll tell you about that at the very end again. All right, that's all about that. So let's play with that camera. Here we go. First thing it does when it comes in is it's looking at the side camera. Yeah, I am going to tell you about the ring. Everybody, I'm wearing it all the time. Yeah, it's a smart ring. It's a super smart ring. And I'm going to tell you about it, but not today. Let's take a picture of it, though. There, I got a picture. And I switched the camera, and there I am. Hi, everybody. I'm really big on the screen. Now, I also would like to come over here on the Thor 4 Dual, go into the camera, and pop us over here as well. Switch the lens around. And there I am on this one. It's kind of washed out on both of them. I'm on my lowest setting, so apologies for that. But side by side, you can see how much bigger the picture is that you're getting on the Janus as opposed to the Thor 4 Dual. It's a smaller screen. And when you have this thing on and you're doing video conferencing with it, which is really easy to do, and you can record little notes to yourself. This is a log for the day. I am running a video on the brand new Janus watch and recording it on video. I can stop that. I can come here. I can play it for you. Oh, interesting. It's sideways. Running a video on the brand new Janus watch and recording it on video. Okay, there's that one. I also did a couple of others earlier, which there's the ring picture. Here I was driving in the car in traffic. This is a little video clip to test the sound quality and the picture quality in front-facing camera mode. Yeah, and there's Smiling Me, that I wanted to show you details that it's a 1920 by 2560, which is your basic 5-megapixel camera that we see on almost all of these. It's not the higher end one. Look, I'm still live on this one. But it is definitely, is that my foot? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's it's definitely a doable camera on here. And you can switch easily back and forth between the two, just going over like this, okay? Really, really slick. That's what makes this thing so special. Your typical Android 711 watch does everything basically just like the Thor 4 Dual, except bigger screen. Really advantage if that's something that you're looking for. That's all I'm going to do covering this. Everything else is basically the same as we've seen, like I say, and you can pick this puppy up directly from eBay. Yep, and let me tell you this. Jason is a rare find. This is just the first watch he's working on. I already have a second one in from him with some new features for an old watch that I'm going to show you soon. And behind the scenes, he and I are working together on a bunch of little projects. So helping him out a little bit. If you like this watch, this is a good buy. This is straight from him. I've checked it out, checked him out. Everything looks good. So if you want to buy from eBay right now, this is the only source to get this thing. It may be branded something else and sold by the big companies eventually. But you are looking right now at a custom watch face that was made for an American doing work for another company while he's over in Shenzhen. Really awesome opportunity that we've got here. And so we're taking advantage of it to bring this new product and some other ones to you as well. You've been watching Smartwatch Tics. We appreciate your subscription, of course, and letting others know about what we're doing here, because we're getting some really interesting stuff. I showed you the band, right? Yeah, it's got that fancy leather and TPU band on it, and it looks really, really attractive on. Dual camera, front and side. Everything you need. We'll see you again soon. And now for that grand reveal I was telling you about at the beginning of this video. We're not just talking a reveal of Mr. Tics. We're talking about a brand new camera feature in this Janus smartwatch. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Can you see it? You can almost reach out and touch it. Well, first of all, let's see if it's on either of the other watches. Again, the Janus is a blend of the Thor 4 Pro and the Thor 4 Dual. So let's grab the Pro. Looks pretty much the same. Going to hit the camera. Camera's over on the side on this one. Are you ready? Here it is. Scratch and sniff. Ah! No, it's not showing anything, huh? No, can't smell it from here. I know, the camera's kind of washed out on this one. There is no new feature on the Thor 4 Pro. Okay, what about the Thor 4 Dual? Here's that front camera. Oh, there I am. Okay, do we have scratch and sniff here? No, sure don't. Not here either. These are the two watches that make up this one. Well, all right, let's come back here to the Janus. It didn't have it before. It does have it now after an incredible firmware update. Are you ready? Let me get my glasses on. Let me look here. Are you watching me now? Here it comes. Scratch and sniff right on my nose. Whoa. Did you see that? 4.0. I have a 4 times digital zoom on my camera. Right here, while I'm shooting video or pictures, touch the screen anywhere and slide up or slide down. And you'll be able to adjust the camera. And sure, it works on either the front-facing camera or the side camera. Switch it over here. Give me my little hand. Oh, I took my ring off. I was going to put it back on for the video. Well, that's where it would be. And back again. All of this stuff is available right here on the Janus. It's a new firmware update. So what are we talking about, folks? You're going to want to make sure you've got the right firmware on this. Let's go back into settings. Jump down into About. Come down here and say it's the smartwatch model number with the kernel version 4.4.22 Plus. It's that Plus that just got added on the date of 2019. Wow, is it 05/23? Yeah. If your firmware is this or newer, you got it. If it's the original, when I just got this in the mail, you'll be pushed once you're on Wi-Fi for an over-the-air update. Simply update the watch, and all of a sudden you'll have that new, no, it's not scratch and sniff, but it is scratch and zoom capability in your camera built right into it. Simple as using your finger on the screen to get it to exactly the right setting you want. Landscape pictures or FaceTime front face chat. There you go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.